Oh, that was a good sneak. Wow, I just sneezed so
There we
hard
go.
I hurt myself. We're
Nice,
live on
nice.
YouTube.
Good
Jake
stuff.
still has his camera off.
Wait, no,
You
it
said
should
you're
be
live?
on. No,
No,
mine's on.
You're completely dark.
What? I
Is
see
your
mine.
No, you're black on StreamYard.
What?
Do a
No.
camera test.
I just turned it off. Now it's back on. Yeah, I mean, I see myself, man.
No, you are. Anybody else see Jake, or is it just me?
Do you guys see me?
Are you live on TikTok?
Yeah, I'm live on TikTok. Oh, TikTok.
All
This is the Idiots on Parade podcast. I'm going to be going live.
I'm live on
with,
TikTok.
Nathan Timmel.
Which one is
shortly.
it? Co-host? Nope, that's guest. Fuck that.
It's
Co-host.
not showing me. It's not giving me the option to
Yep,
invite
I got you. I've got an invite
Okay,
for
I
you.
just did accept now.
Yep, Richard says he doesn't see you. Todd says you are blacker than Grace Jones.
What the hell?
Sophie and Ken can't see you, or Ken from, yeah. I see you on TikTok.
Dude, it's showing me. It's giving me the option to turn it off too. Like this is so weird, man. Hang on. Let me try switch into the regular camera.
Yeah.
Do you see me now?
No, I do not. Oh, there you are. There you are. There you
okay.
are.
I guess I'll just have to use the regular one.
Yeah.
That's so weird, man, because it was showing me. Okay. Well, I'm going to be a little blurrier.
Yeah, you're blurry and there's a lag between your audio and whatever. But all right, let's do this. All right. Hello, Idiots on Parade, the too ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. I am comedian Nathan Timmel, coming to you from Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevera in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going?
All is well here for the most part. I got home from where was Arkansas at 4:30 in the morning, driving overnight, and man, the last leg of the travel, my tire sensor went off, so I pulled off at a gas station, and like, oh yeah, it's low, and I filled it up, and 10 minutes later it goes off again. I'm like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah.
So I pull off again and fill it up, and so the last leg of the journey, I had to pull over every 30 minutes and find a gas station to fill it up. And so
at that point, you switch out to the spare, right? I mean,
well, it was 4 a.m. You know, this is 3 to 4:30 a.m. The last 90 minutes. So today, I mean, it's still it doesn't go completely flat. It gets really down there. So I got it tomorrow. I'm just going straight in. And the nice thing is, I have an extra tire that if they can't fill the whatever the slow leak, I will get it. But yeah, that sucked. But I'm glad it happened the last 90 minutes instead of at the outset. Like, imagine pulling off for 8 hours in a row every 30 minutes.
Well, I mean, at that point, you would go with the spare, right?
Yeah, at that point. Yeah. Ken wants to know, why is Jake in 480 low def? We don't know. The camera, he had to put it on
my laptop camera. I could see it. It was showing me that it was working, but then StreamYard didn't do it. What's up?
You've been insulted. It makes you look better. The low def Jake is looking better. In the words of Bill Hicks, I look way better under bar light than sunlight. Absolutely. Yes. Hopefully get away with the not need 2 for balance. No, here's the deal. With my tires, last time I bought 4. The last time I bought 1 tire, I had tires that were on the cusp of going, but I could get a little mileage out of them. So I bought 1 tire, put it on, and then within 2 months had to change the other 3. So I bought 4, and I said, I'm holding on to this pretty new tire. So in case this ever happens where I need 1 tire, I have a tire. So I am not going to buy 2. You are frozen. Ken has pointed out that you are completely locked up.
I'm frozen? That's
so weird. I
can
hear you, but I can't see you.
I'm not frozen on my end, and neither are you. I have...
Yeah.
Dude, StreamYard is trash.
Well, yeah. All right. Anything exciting from your end? That's my my excitement. Or should we just jump into exciting stories? Todd says you're frozen too.
Yeah, let's just jump in, man. Hopefully I get unfrozen with these these hot topics that we're going to be doing.
Let's go with what we ended with last week. Rahm Emanuel proposes banning all federal employees from betting on prediction markets because someone made an obscene amount of money. They did an oil market bet on Polymarket right like minutes before Trump tweeted something about, oh, good progress. We're coming to an end of this. And so the markets reacted like, yay, and the bets. And so someone cleaned up. So I think there are two bills. The first one I saw was Rahm Emanuel. But yeah, they want federal employees they should ban everything. Federal employees shouldn't be able to play the stock market.
I'm shocked it's legal right now. Yeah. That's insane. If you made a Black Mirror episode about this, it'd be like, yeah, oh, they're betting on online gambling apps on their phone about how many bombs are gonna hit another country. Federal employees are. Hey, it's a good fun episode. Wildly unrealistic and would never happen. That would clearly be illegal day one of the thing's existence if it was even allowed to exist at all. Nah, they're just going nuts, man. I switched back to my regular camera or my laptop. Can you see me again?
Yeah, I can. It's still blurry, but I can see you.
Great. Okay. Well, then we'll keep this one.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, Ken says it wasn't Polymarket. They bought oil futures, like $1 billion worth of. It was both, actually, Ken. It was someone pulled a the Mortimers in Trading Places. Someone did bet the futures, and someone else also did the Polymarket.
Yeah, I mean, imagine there's got to be a ton that we don't know about. You know what I mean? It's just like when those judges went to prison because they were getting paid under the table by private prison companies to essentially give like teenagers crazy high sentences for a little, you stole a Snickers bar, that'll be 6 years working for this company who owns the jail, you know? There was judges that went to jail for that, but it's one of those things to where it's like they're working within the system itself. So if these guys actually got caught, you got to imagine there's way more that were doing it, but we're smart enough, you know what I mean? And had enough leverage to kind of fly under the radar. I mean, the thing is probably a lot of these federal employees that are doing this, especially on the poly markets and stuff and the stock market, they're smart enough not to be like, hi, it's Frank, federal employee guy. I'm logging in with my name. Like, no, it's like the guy's cousin or something like that. You know, some friend of his is like, hey man, you give me 50% of this. I'll put the money up. You just take it, make the bet, and then we split it. That kind of thing. I think there's a ton of that going on, and it's people that are far enough removed from them that you can't directly tie it back to them. I mean, not without really getting a lot of incriminating texts and emails and things like that. Things that they're smart enough to not probably put in there. I would think before. I read a lot
that's
of
what brings everybody's
stuff. Yeah,
that's what they said about the Epstein Islands, where they started looking at all the emails as like they were just blatant.
But the thing is now, to be fair to the people on the Epstein list, to be fair, they were at a level in society, the Epstein class, as we're now calling them, where they're like, who's going to look at my email? The government agencies that work for me? Fuck you, bring me the kids. You know what I mean? Like that was kind of their mindset. Whereas these guys are kind of like middle management types dudes, to where they're like, oh no, I don't get invited to Epstein Island. I'm just in charge of covering it up on the mainland. I better use an alias. You know, like I think that's what's going on with the type of people who are at the level that they're betting on poly market instead of the stock market. These are, and it's not just the politicians, man. This happened after the Super Bowl. There was somebody made a huge, I know we talked about it on here. I think we even brought it up again last week.
There was the guy that ran on the field.
That guy, but then there was also somebody who took out like some crazy $30,000-$40,000 bet that, you know, Ricky Martin would make a guest appearance.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that too.
And had them all like to where it was clearly like, oh, this guy or his cousin or his old roommate from college or somebody was at the rehearsal for this thing, because it's shocking to me that they have a lot of these questions on there that you can bet on, you know? It's crazy enough being able to bet on like, oh, who's going to win the election? Well, it's like, well, okay, you don't necessarily know that right now. Whereas things like, what's Trump going to say during this press conference? Or who's his next cabinet pick going to be for this position? It's like, okay, well, there's people out there behind the scenes who legit know this information right now. Yeah. And if forgive me for not having enough faith in the honesty and integrity of the Trump administration, but I don't think these people are above profiteering off of the information that they know on poly apps or what is it? Poly app?
That's one of them.
Yeah, poly app, and then kimchi. I have it, kimchi. I was gonna call it kimchi. I'm so fucking dumb.
It's funny because you talked about people that are doing it secretly. I just listened to a Freakonomics podcast on a new book that is coming out. I don't have the title in my head. I wrote it down because I'm going to read the book, but it was two finance reporters that talk about the 5 commodity traders that no one's ever heard of, that are, when everyone talks about, oh, it's the lizard people and the 5 billionaires that control everything, it's like, no, these are the 5. Everybody's heard of like the big ones, the Blackwater that controls, but there are above them, there are these backdoor, just trillion. There's something like the 4 companies they talked about have a bigger. I don't want to say gross domestic product, because they take in more money to be the 4th largest economy in the world. Like these private companies that do actual commodities trading. It was a very interesting podcast, so I'm going to read their book. But yeah, they're the ones that get involved with this shit. They told a story of how, God, one guy got one of these investors got a call in the middle of the night to try and get oil to, I think it was Cuba at the time. And he literally, in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., diverted a tanker leaving Venezuela. I said, oh, yep, you've got your oil. Or no, was it? It might not have been Cuba. It doesn't matter. But the whole point is these are powerful fucking people. And they love the fact that we spend all the time focusing on not them.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's what's so weird about dudes like Elon Musk. Most people with that type of money, they don't really want you to know who the fuck they are, because they're smart enough to have read history books, and they're like, oh my God, look what they did to Marie Antoinette. Maybe I shouldn't tell them to eat cake. Maybe I shouldn't even tell them my fucking name. Maybe I should just hang out on the yacht and get blown by models and eat caviar and things like that. And I don't really want to host SNL. I kind of want to just keep drinking stem cells straight from people's blood, or whatever they're doing on the yacht. That's what they want to keep doing. And they know that being too public is a good way to, get the yacht stormed by us lower class.
Except all these people now, it's commonplace. I haven't looked into it, but they all have massive security, because that's how you have to live. If you are Zuckerkorn or Elon or Bezos, all you do is you're surrounded by security at all times. You have to pay for that, and a lot. But yeah, as far as you're saying, not even hosting Saturday Night Live, like fucking Bezos's wedding. Like, hey everybody, I'm going to spend $55 million on a wedding, haha, because I can afford it. And that's meanwhile, the tariffs raised your prices again. It's like the sheer fact that you just don't get a private ceremony, and
when who's that guy in the Trump, Howard Lutnick, right? He was pushing the tariffs publicly, while privately he was kind of betting against it, to where like he owns companies, or at least has enough stock and things like that, and companies that are going to make money off the lawsuits from the companies to the federal government for having to pay the tariffs in the first place, since they were made unconstitutional. So it's like, that used to be the normal type of insider trading and profiteering that would happen within the government and things like that. It would be done in fancy ways. Like, I'm going to buy companies, or I'm going to buy stock and things that are going to go up if there's like a war or whatever the hell. Now there's like a thing where it's just like, is Iran going to get bombed tomorrow? It's like, dude, I was in that briefing. Yes. Here's my rent money on yes. They told me they were going to do it. It's just crazy that it has bled into these sports betting apps.
Richard thinks I should fix your computer. Like I know anything about computers. I
don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's that much my computer, because I've been fine on my end. You froze up a little bit on me, but I think this is a StreamYard issue.
Yeah, well, it usually is, but all right. Next story. I wanted to talk about this last week, but we ran out of time. Oh, Jake, Joseph Duggar and wife Kendra arrested, both facing new charges in Arkansas, where I just was. I don't even know who these are, but Duggars. But it's 4 counts of child endangerment and 4 counts in false imprisonment. But when it originally happened, he was arrested on Joseph was arrested on child molestation and lewd and lascivious behavior. oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, 9-year-old girl. What is with the fucking Duggar family? Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you be so fucking repressive that your kids are fucked out of their head? What I want to know is how he gets his wife in on it. How do you find, you have this fucking evil sickness that says, oh, kids, how do you convince another person to, like, you just, these unicorns that meet and say, okay, I got to touch kids. Okay, I'll cover for you. But goddamn Duggars. It just.
Yeah, she's like a redneck Ghislaine Maxwell, you know? Ellie Mae Maxwell. That's what I'm calling her.
But
I guess that stuff exists in all.
Got money out of it. She got access to power. What does this one get? Access to a canceled TV show?
Yeah, dude. They still got money from that. You know, I imagine.
No. Fucking. I read there's one of them that it didn't like break from the family, but I think it was. I read the book. And Ma and Pa kept all the money. Like the kids got something like $1,000 a month. I have no idea.
Oh, really?
But
wow.
Ma and Pa kept everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the thought is I'm marrying into this, this sort of trailer park royalty, without a better term. And once Ma and Pa Duggar die, I get to inherit. I mean, admittedly divided a lot of ways. I get 1/19 or however many kids there are.
He was using it to cover debts and build. I don't think they got money, but he burned through it. Like they tried opening, the Jesus car dealership, the Jesus something, and it all sort of failed. But it took money. It was Jill Duggar. It was Jill. I read her book, and it's funny because
that's right. I love a Christ Chrysler dealership or whatever the hell that, like, what do you, it's a car dealership. I know I've never read the Bible. I don't believe in any of that shit, but he was like a hippie. What do you, I mean, I want to see these commercials. Just Christ rode into town on a donkey, but for only $5.99 down, you could ride in this brand new Lincoln Town car. Like, what? How does that work? Oh, I love the comments though. I want to try to have.
Wait. Oh, I got what her charges have to do with probably her kids, someone else's kid. Oh, that's interesting. I finally see a comment on TikTok. Thank you, Triangle 7. Banana 2008. Okay, yeah, her charges have to do with probably her kids. Someone else. Well, yeah. So,
but Grubbs on YouTube says Jake's ventriloquism skills are unmatched.
Yes,
I like that.
And,
for the TikTok people.
And Solar says, oh, nope, the other one is Jake Frost going down on a fleshlight. But Solar says you're ventriloquist, you're talking while drinking, so unmatched.
Hell yeah, dude.
Unparalleled. But I read Jill Duggar's book, and it's fascinating because she met her husband the way she was supposed to. Like, she was, I don't know, 16, 17, pure virgin, and it's like, okay, here's a missionary boy, you get to hold hands, and you're getting married. And they've stayed married, and they both still love Jesus, but they both sort of went, oh, shit, this is a Mormon, whatever. Are they Mormons? I don't know. Whatever religion they are is kind of fucked up.
I never really followed the Duggars that much, man. Before you started sending me articles about them being sex offenders, I had no idea who these people were.
I only knew him from the ads. I only knew him from the memes where it was like,
like a kind of meme of seen him around, but I don't.
Yeah, vagina isn't a clown car. That's my first experience was vagina isn't a clown car because they 19 and counting. I'd seen an ad, but I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And then like anything, I read a book like, the dad is a super asshole who preaches Jesus and is actually a greedy piece of shit behind closed doors. And
well, this brings up an interesting question, though. To be fair to the Duggars, I mean, so you got 2 sex offenders out of 19, admittedly not great, but if the rest of them are the rest doing good? Because like law of big numbers, you're going to have a few freaks in there, right?
Well, the one that's here's what I find interesting. I don't think anyone's talked about this as far as I know. The more kids you have, the law of averages, they say like, oh, the middle boys, what they're going to be gay. And so far, none of them have come out and said, yeah, by the way, I'm gay. No, I don't think any Duggars have come out as gay.
Now, is it possible that this right-wing Christian family maybe wouldn't be the most open-minded and accepting if they came out and said that?
Probably not.
It could be a coincidence, too. Maybe they're not,
None of the children, 19, have identified as gay. Yeah, the families face backlash and shooting for recorded robocall posing but they've stated it. But yeah, okay, so none of them.
I'm gonna. You know what? No, I don't think any of them are gay. Here's why. Is because even if I was in a let's say I got a lot of brothers and sisters, it's a very repressive Christian households. They're not very open-minded to the LGBTQ. Once two of them come out as pedophiles, I'd be like, yeah, but at least I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, lesser of two evils, right? Even if you don't like gay people, I'd like, surely, at least I'm not Frank over there. And at least I'm not Randy Andy in the corner, you know?
Yes.
I'm only the third worst Tugger. You guys got to admit, right?
Oh, you got a bunch of hearts on that on TikTok. Someone liked that a lot. Oh, yeah, so that was Banana that gave us hearts, I believed.
I heart you back, Banana. I heart you back. I think it's weird that
AI, we just got an AI summary.
TikTok and you can see comments on yours, and it's weird.
We just got an AI summary on TikTok. A heated discussion on the Duggar family and their legal troubles.
Heated? Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I was standing up for the Duggars. I'm kind of compared to you. I'm like pro Duggar. I didn't think I'd be pro Duggar by the end of this, but like the 17 other Duggars are okay in my book, as far as I know. I don't know anything about them. I don't know. They could be even worse. I don't know. Maybe they're cannibals. I have no idea.
Could be. All right, this week's clickbait. I loved this one because I love clickbait, and it's the Daily Beast, so you know it's biased. Trump, age 79, struggles to fit cankles under weirdly tiny desk. Ooh, President Donald Trump, 79, appeared to grimace while lowering himself into a desk on Friday. Trump, no spaces, great their editing with the poor writing, who is the oldest person to take the presidential oath of office, was honoring Navy football team as he went to sit down. Wow, this is just, there are no fucking breaks after whatever AI wrote this fucked up. As he went to sit down at a desk to sign the executive order, Trump seemed to jut out his leg for support, bending it at an awkward angle. The president gripped the sides of the desk. Did you watch the video, Jake?
I did.
He sat down. He literally sat down. All he did was sit down. We've got a paragraph. We've got a headline. Ooh, Trump. He sat down. That's all. I grimace more than he does when I get up or sit down because I fucking in pain nonstop.
I would understand this article if the guy hadn't really done much to criticize over the last year. But there's so many other bad things we could say about Trump. We don't need to make up other ones, you know?
Exactly.
He's getting us into an oil war, clearly to enrich himself. He's covering up for pedos on that island. You know, I maybe attack one of those two things. He's sending masked goons into our streets to whack us. And then not prosecuting them or anything. Maybe those three things, I think you can really hit him hard on. You don't need to make up he had trouble sitting at a desk. And even there, where they're trying to write this weird desk sitting smear campaign, they even go weirdly little desk. It's like, no, lie and say it's a normal desk and he had trouble sitting in it. You know what I mean? Because if it's a weirdly little desk, well, then surely, you'd have trouble sitting in it. It's weirdly little.
Well, it does. It when you look at the video like I am right now, it looks like a one-person desk, but not a school desk with like a seat. There's a chair, but
hang on, I think my dog is trapped
weirdly little.
Keep talking. Like my dog's is trapped in the closet. I'll be right back.
Okay, but yeah, this is it's almost like an NPR Tiny Desk concert, except those desks are bigger. It's a table. It's not even a desk. It is a small table, and I don't know. As I said, I fucking exercise too much, and I am in constant pain. I wince when I stand up and sit down. What was the very first thing that happened when I went live on the podcast? Did anybody see it? I sneezed, and then I went, ow, ow, ow. Like I sneezed and hurt myself by the sneeze.
My sides, I did crunches like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And then I bent forward, because if I do a bunch of ab stuff, I have to like way stretch my abs before I do anything. Otherwise, like my left side, I like it like spasm and it clinches up and I am like on the floor for like a minute and can't move. It's great. But like I did 100 crunches and then I was stretching my legs, right? But I was like doing the kind of split stretch, so I'm leaning forward like that. And it just went, and it just twisted. And I was unable to move in crazy pain. And my abs finally quit hurting today.
And yeah, and so now we got a 79-year-old who grimaces while sitting down. Well, guess what? Everybody at 79 is going to fucking need to brace themselves when they sit down. But that's why I love this, because there's Trump derangement syndrome everywhere. The right has it when they forgive him for everything he does is bullshit. But this is an absolute case of clickbait bullshit. Let's try and get people like, yeah, look at him. He's unfit to be president. He sat the fuck down. It's unnecessary.
What drives me nuts is why do this? Why not talk about the many, many things he has said and done that make him unfit to be president? You don't need to make up shit.
Yeah. Yes.
You're fucking with your own credibility, because then, tomorrow he's going to do something else evil. You know what I mean? Like he's going to blow up another school or something's going to happen. Someone else is going to get whacked by ICE. He's going to go, I think they were terrorists, right? Like he's going to do something. And then, you're going to try to write an article going, see, this guy's nuts. You go, yeah, but you always say that every time he sits down in a chair. Fuck off.
The Chicken Little syndrome, or the boy who cried wolf. It's a little of both, but it's like, yeah, if you just badger him for everything, then the real things don't count.
Right. There's so many. Do you think there was journalists doing this in 1940s Germany?
But, you know what yes, I mean?
Do you think there was just hack journalists going, do you know the other day, the so-called leader of this country, he grimaced while biting schnitzel. I think he is unwell. Look at the way he eats schnitzel. He doesn't eat schnitzel like a healthy leader. I can't eat. Look at him. He eats it with his hands or something. He's eating it. He's not right. There's something going on with his jaw. I think he had a stroke or something. I think he is unfit to be severe. Look at him eat the schnitzel.
I'm reading a book about the Murdoch family right now, and I'm at the beginning, and I'm reading about Rupert and how he founded his empire. And the thing he did is he saw right away how tabloids sold. So that's what he did. Whenever he would buy a paper, he's like, all right, the headline's got to scream, whatever, sex sells, violence sells, bleeds it leads. So you had all these stodgy newspapers that were trying to, present facts. And he's just like, nope, we're going to turn it into everything it became. And it was popular as shit. People ate it up. He's like, look at the National Enquirer in America. We can do that with the papers we already have. And yeah, that's what he did. That's how he got so rich, is by pandering to the lowest common denominator. So.
The Führer cut his mustache even shorter today. I think he is unfit to lead. I can't follow a man with a mustache that looks that silly. It's literally the worst thing he's ever done.
Yes. I love you did have a delay on that. Like you said, ever done, and then it finished. All right. All right, next story. This we've talked about in the past, and it happened again. U.S. Army raises upper age for recruits to 42 and scraps marijuana restrictions. Last time it was, what was it that you didn't have? You didn't have to have a GED, or you had to promise you were going to get your GED or something? But dude,
honestly, they might not have publicly said a lot of, but they were. I can tell you, as somebody joined in 2005, they would write waivers for damn near anything.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they didn't advertise it like this for anybody that might be like, well, I would join the military, but I'm a pothead.
Yeah, they raised the age, but yeah, weed was still treated like green heroin in certain parts of the country back then. So you would still have to take drug tests and stuff like that. But they would have written.
But they just knocked out the marijuana one. They're like, if you want to get stoned a little bit.
Well, are they saying you can smoke while you're in, or are they saying
no? If you have a single conviction for possession of marijuana or associated, like bonds.
So that wouldn't have kept you out before. That wouldn't. They didn't technically on the books was like, hey,
well, it said previously this. Previously, such a conviction would have required a special waiver.
A waiver. That's what.
But you said which they would have given, because it's like, you want to join? Come on in.
They would have just done that. Yeah. There was people that got, unless it was like serious violent crimes and stuff. There was guys with waivers for all kinds of stuff: selling drugs, burglary, theft, assault, things like. Not like cave the guy's head in, but all kinds of stuff. The only thing they were real sticklers about, even back then, when the Iraq War was ramping up, was medical stuff. They didn't want to be on the hook for medical stuff. Like if you had any kind of surgery that needed done, they'd be like, get it and come back. Because they don't want, if you think about it, most of these contracts are 4 years. And if the surgery takes longer to heal than they thought, that would now you're like non-deployable, and they're just paying for a bunch of surgeries and shit.
You're missing 4, 6, 8 months of your usefulness.
Right.
You're no longer useful.
You're biological equipment to them, and so they're like, we're going to check under the hood, and if it looks like work needs to be done, then do it and come back.
I like how the article says up top. They missed their recruiting goal after missing its recruitment target by 25% in 2022. They're targeting more Gen Z applicants, but they're going older. But the excuse they're using is not that they're missing recruitment. We're looking at a more mature audience that might have experience in technical fields. We need warrant officers with extreme technical capabilities, and those will come from the enlisted ranks. And it's like, so yeah, you're looking for guys that are 40 and going, I have a pretty good career in tech, but I think let's just join the military and give up this good salary. The military has always been like a last option for many people. It's I live in a small town, or it's a family thing where my dad was, and so I am, and my grandfather before me. But it's not, I'm 40 years old and I have a great career in tech, and I want to give that up for...
Well, I will tell you, when I was 20 and I joined, it was either be the CEO of Goldman Sachs or infantryman. And I flipped a coin. I couldn't decide. I had to flip a coin.
I think Tired has it. Are you stupid, racist, poor? Join the military. I mean,
I was some of those things. You know what I mean? I'll let you guys decide which.
I'm gonna guess you were 2 of the 3.
Yeah, but in the immortal words of Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I hear Hegseth is looking for a good hair guy. Age not a problem. Yeah, and someone's good with tattoos. Okay, this is not a news story. This is an email I received. I received an email. And I'm like, what is this? So I clicked it. Nathan from Reddit. Reddit sent me an email. Click this link. And so I clicked it. There are people and resources here for you. Hi there. A concerned Redditor reached out to us about you. When you're in the middle of something painful, it may feel like you don't have a lot of options, but whatever you're going through, you deserve help, and there are people who are here for you. Self-harm is bad.
Wait, this is a DM? I'm confused about what this is.
Yes, someone reported me, not in a bad way, in a, like, hey, fuck this guy. It was an email. I like when I sent it to you, I'm like, I'm not sure if this link will work for you because they sent it to me, but it's a general page. But yes, they sent me to Reddit Care Resources. But yes, a concerned Redditor reached out to us about you. They saw a video of mine and said, hey, I think this guy's gonna self-harm. And so I get this email saying that Reddit has resources. Here's a crisis text line, text chat, suicide and crisis. I shouldn't say that word. We're going to get
I like that out of the 2 of us. I like that out of the 2 of us. They're like, which one of these guys might off himself? The guy that looks like he just came back from the gym, or the guy pounding energy drinks with a hangover? Like, what do like they were more worried about you. Although I did just go running, so today I guess I look healthier. But
there you go. But yeah, does this mean this is sort of like a weird form of swatting, where swatting is you get the SWAT sent to someone's house, you call the police. This is can we just go online and report people in a like weirdly positive way? Like, hey, this video, boom, there, send them a help link. Like I want to know if there are criteria, or if they looked at the video and then I want to know if someone reported it and then somewhere out there, someone from the powers that be said, oh yeah, we should send him. Okay, he's been reported. Yeah, this video is, he needs help. I mean, yeah, it might have been Ken. Ken's worried about both of us. Maybe he only reported me. Did you report me for self-harm, Ken? Did you? I mean,
okay, full disclosure. I was dangling from a noose just 3 hours before this podcast, but that was for fun. I was having some David Carradine fun times, and I had a nice little breakaway system, and
I'm a little I don't want to go that old, so I go, and I just mean age, not old in time, but so I go Michael Hutchins fun. I like to go in excess fun.
Oh, there you go. That was Was David Carradine was first though, right?
Were they? I thought it was both the same time, but well, Hutchins was in the 90s. What? No, that was when they. Let's see.
I know David Carradine was definitely older, but
97. Yeah, Carradine was older. Was in excess.
97 was when Hutchinson died.
Yeah, I knew. And then 2009 is
2009
when
was
Kung
Carradine.
Fu died. Yeah.
Wow, I thought Hutchinson was way after that.
No, it was
crazy.
You might heck. Did you? I didn't send you this link, but did you read the thing yesterday where apparently Hegseth removed 2 black women from a ceremony so that Trump wouldn't have to stand next to them?
Yeah, Holy and then the White House came out and was like, "Yeah, hey man, we don't really have a problem with that." But the Hegseth guys, they're doing like preemptive racism and just assuming. Whereas, if anything, they would like the opposite. You know what I mean? Like they really,
Let's get some people of color up here to show that we're not horrible, piece of shit racist.
Yeah, I mean, they would do that at the rallies all the time. You'd always see at the Trump rally there'd be that curiously, coincidentally, that one, there'd be like the one token black dude behind Trump at the rally. Yeah, in a sea of white people.
Okay, this I didn't do enough research on. I sent you a video on TikTok. This is the official response from Raw Farms. I sent you a thing from a food scientist. So this company, Raw Farm, is living it up because our RFK is, telling people, oh, drink raw everything. And so people got E. coli from eating raw milk cheese, and they're shitting their guts out. They have diarrhea like a motherfucker. They're puking. They're becoming dehydrated. They're going to hospitals. And the response from Raw Farms is, nah, it's not us. And so I think they have to do a mandatory recall now because the FDA said, hey, you might want to recall this before we have to come down on you. And no, he's just like, nope, raw is best. If you eat our product and get diarrhea, it wasn't our product. I mean, it's like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if. The idea, maybe the thought is they're like, look, man, we got RFK in there right now. He's pumping this shit so hard that maybe we'll just weather the storm. And if we peel this and send it high enough, eventually it's going to make it to his desk. And he's going to be like, there's no way it was the raw milk. It had to be the vaccine or something like, and maybe it'll get dismissed by the federal government. I don't know what the thought is, but yeah, she's right. If you catch this on your own, it's going to be a lot less costly for you than if the government does it, because the government is just going to be like, recall all your shit right now.
Yeah. But like you said, RFK might have so they haven't done a mandatory yet. But it's funny because in 2024, they had to recall milk and cream due to bird flu. H5N1 bird flu in their product, and in 2023 salmonella. I mean, here's my feeling, and I know I'm a horrible person, so I'm just gonna admit it. If you get sick and go to the hospital or die or anything because you're eating this shit, I don't care. You should know better. I mean, it's 2026. We know this is a bad idea.
Theoretically, there shouldn't really be anything wrong with raw this or raw that, as long as it's refrigerated and sterile and things like that. And the company is making sure to enforce safety standards, right? Like if you eat raw fish from a really nice sushi place, it's going to be great. If you get it from a gas station and the thing's been sitting there for 3 days, you're going to have problems, right? So it's all about, is this company maintaining proper safety standards, which seems like this one isn't,
I'm sorry. I heard everything you said, but I got confused by Todd. I hope she gets the help she needs. My heart goes out to you. My sister was unneeded. But I don't know what that's in response to. Do you?
Whose sister? What's he talking about?
I don't know. I hope she gets who gets the help she needs.
Was unneeded. I don't know.
Did we miss something in the chat? Maybe we missed something. Reverends, you guys.
I think people are fighting in the chats.
That's what it looks like. My sister got stuck in the Craleigh place, Largo Mall. So we missed something in the chat. We got some guy. Dietz is just trolling down there. I love it. Yeah. the F is this podcast?
It's called Idiots on Parade. Damn you, Deets Cuts 2025.
Go from shitting yourself to RFK to Token Black dudes.
Yeah, baby,
this is what we do. We talk about what's in the news.
We're all over the place.
Yeah, that's what we do. Why do you all sound low IQ AF? Says the guy writing at a 3rd grade level. There we go.
You in that bird in your profile.
Oh, my God. He's blowing up the chat. Okay. I have no idea what's going on in there, but they're not fighting. All right.
D's
so we can
cuts.
go back
I
to
thought there was a T in there.
Yeah.
You got me, D's. I'm also illiterate. Oh, D's cuts. Yeah, like D's nuts. It's cute.
Yeah. All right. That's all the stories wait, there was something else.
Whatever you identify as, it's not, you know what I mean? What your profile's a bird and you're trolling. That's dude behavior. You type like a dude, I'm calling it like I see it. D's cuts 2025.
We're almost out of time, but I wanted to talk about jumping ships. Did you see? I don't have any information on this. I saw a tweet of Drewski responding, but apparently Drewski dressed up as Erica King. If you don't know who Drewski is, Google him. He puts on like white face and acts like a redneck, or he acts like MAGA, and then they get pissed because he does it so accurately. It's like, but apparently he did a video acting like Erica Kirk, and now she's suing him. And is like, sweetheart, did you not just see
him? I didn't realize she was actually suing him. I thought she was just like criticizing the guy.
Well, he said suing, and that's all I saw. Fact check: did Erica send cease and desist? Because he's saying she.
So she sent a cease and desist. Okay.
Rumors. I clicked on the wrong thing. All I have is fucking ads. Did parodied right. To have filed a cease and desist, shared a screenshot. He claims. Well, I saw something. Either way, whatever. If it is true,
but
maybe
people
it's
are
not.
pissed either way.
Maybe he's looking for Pishy, but Deez is right. Afro Man won, where he should not have been swatted at all. That's true. Which he should not have been.
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
if any of this is even
all
remotely
they had
true,
to do was fix Afro Man's door, and that shit wouldn't have happened. They brought it on themselves.
Yep.
Fuck 'em.
The whole point is I was hoping it was real. I'm like, please let this be real, because it'll just get more attention on him and what he's doing, making these weird videos. And I haven't seen. I'm gonna, as soon as we sign off, I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, all they're doing, they're so dumb by going after this guy, because it's like, hey, he's not a politician or something. He's a comic. You're really helping him out a lot. I don't know why the hell they think this is somehow hurting. And then she goes, of course they can't just say, hey, this is kind of in bad taste. My husband died or whatever. Like it has to be blown up to the umpteenth degree. The response, I love the quote that I heard from her was, imagine if a black civil rights leader died and a white comic put on blackface and pretended to be his wife. It's like, okay, this ain't the same thing. All right. No. This ain't. And I think that's probably what kind of pissed off a lot of black people about this shit in the first place, is this guy gets killed and they instantly going, he was like MLK, but our MLK. And like they kept comparing this guy to like civil rights leaders and shit. And it's like, no. MLK was protesting like, black people not being able to go to the same schools as white people or eat at the same restaurants. This guy was protesting not being able to say the N-word. You know what I mean? Like it's different. It's a different kind of thing.
Well, and not just that, but what Drewski is doing is he's what it's already out there. Erica Kirk is on video doing this shit. He's not making it up. He's just like, this is what it looks like. We're the dumbest podcast I've ever heard. Yeah, well,
Well, how dumb are you that you've kept listening for 20 minutes? You know what I mean? At least, like, Jesus Christ. You know what I do when I listen to a podcast? I'm like, this is dumb. I just click next thing. I fly the fuck on. Oh, and Deez keeps saying that he's a woman hunter. Hey, pussy picture, it didn't happen. I don't believe you, Deez.
Hey, Nathan, did you see the news on the quadriplegic cornhole champion who shot a friend in the passenger seat while driving?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wildly impressive.
And I was not sure how to talk. It started blowing up, and I figured that so many places were talking about it. I didn't want to, but that was the insane thing. Here's the most insane part. That mug shot, I'm like, oh, that's an ugly woman. And it took me 2 days to go, what? Oh, that's a dude? Like, I wasn't, like, I thought that dude was an unattractive woman. So.
Dude, it's tragic that somebody lost their lives. I don't know the details, but you know what's almost as tragic to losing your life by being shot? Being a pro cornhole player and losing to a guy with no arms and legs. You know what I mean? Like, how shitty of a cornhole player. It's like, dude, I got to go back to my wife and my kids and tell him I don't have the prize money. Why? A dude with nubs came up there and whoop out beanbagged me. Wow, dude. Wow. I so wish this guy hadn't killed somebody, because it's like, dude, you could be. If you would have asked me before this whole thing happened, Jake, on a scale of 1 to 10, how little do you care about professional cornhole playing? I'm shocked it's even a thing. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I would be ashamed to be a professional cornhole player. I would lie. I'd be like, I'm an accountant. I work for Postmates. No, I don't toss bean bags for money. You know what I mean? Like, I would lie about it. Before that, now that I learned that this guy was doing this without arms and legs, I'm like, wow. Yeah. If he wasn't like a murderer or whatever, he should be on a Wheaties box. He should have his little nubs with a beanbag on the Wheaties box, something.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is, like we said, that your take on it's better because it's so original and unique. Everybody's fixated on what I was fixated on, the fact that no arms, no legs, driving the car and shot someone. It's like that's impressive. Just like you said, sad someone lost their life, but impressive.
Although, dude, if I'm his defense lawyer, I would be like, Your Honor, I don't think he could have done all this. Your Honor, come on now. Look at this nugget. Right here. Look at this lovable nugget. Does he look like he could drive a car and shoot a man? Come on now. He would have crashed on the way there. Stop it.
He would have crashed. All right. I have been Nathan Timmel. You can find all things me at nathantimmel.com. I should go to my website and change the thing that says t-shirt store to just, I don't know what, because you can get sweatshirts, sweatpants, socks, hats, stickers, 74 designs. Go pick something up. I'm going to be adding new designs all week, reimagining designs. Unapologetic on YouTube, still hovering between 99 and 100,000. Get me over that hump. Jake has been and remains Jake Vevera. You can find him on all social media at Jake Vevera, including Unalived by Dog Pills, his special on YouTube. I believe, as I've said last week, where are we? We're on the 29th.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes.
Oh, dude,
yes.
I can't do next Sunday because that's Easter. I'm going to be in PA, man. So I got to do like Saturday or some shit.
Okay, I'm around on Saturday.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was doing it. My wife just.
Oh, that's good to know. I was going to take my kids somewhere. I got to make sure it's open. All right, I didn't know it was Easter. All right, well, good on Jake. So I will put on my YouTube when we work it out, but I'm around all day Saturday, so we will have a weird schedule this week. Look for us on Saturday probably. Thank you. Have a good week. Todd, much love back at you. I just clicked it and then it went away. Bye-bye. Have a good week. Thanks for the laughs. And we love you both.
Everybody.
I hope Jake gets the care he needs.
Yeah, I need care.
All right. Bye.
He's a cornhole player with no arms, and I'm a porn star with a micro penis. Two ships passing in the night.